In the poll yesterday, 63% said that they are in the therapist room, the rest said no. It's very important that as you as a parent should be inside the therapist room. One, because you need to learn the techniques that they are using so that you can help and study, and the same thing can be repeated at home, because with speech therapy, what is most important is a lot of recall, a lot of repetition, and the same kind of language is spoken at home as well as a therapist, so that you can build a bridge between the two places. Remember, the therapist is an outsider and is not family, so that your child is going to respond in a very different way. So it's very important you as a parent should be present in the therapy room. Repetition, recall are really important tools, and you cannot just let the child be there once or twice a week or 3 times a week with a limited language to be there, because they're not going to come and tell you at home what they taught. And I don't know about other therapists whether they're telling you what has to be taught. Now, the language and things that you use at home are not the same as outside. So it's going to be very different, right? The kind of conversations that are happening. So you as a parent have to be able to bridge that gap. And that's very important and crucial. At times, the child may not cooperate with the therapist, and because he's had a bad night or something has happened or he's not able to understand. So you as a parent can step forward. It's very important that the child takes therapy very seriously. And for that, you as a parent have to be equally engaged. We were with Alka ma'am all the 6 years. I was always in the therapy with Alka ma'am. So whether it was in the kitchen, or it's in the restaurant, or it was in the garden, or it was in the little space, our little classroom where we were doing, it was always, I was always there. And she was not talking to her, she was talking to me. And I learned that language very rich, and I learned how to take every conversation ahead, like just not stuck with some question answers, but take that conversation much ahead. And I learned to build that, and the same techniques I could use at home. I hope that makes sense, because you want to be as a caretaker. The first 5 years you are there with the child, so you are the caretaker. So if you learn those techniques, you can practice them all those 24/7 or all the waking hours of the child. And I hope that makes it more clear that your role is very important, and you need to be speaking the language of a therapist. There are a lot of techniques that I picked up in Alka ma'am's house to talk in various situations, whether it's in the kitchen, whether it's in the garden, whether it's in the temple. And when we went there, I understood how she broke down everything, and that kind of conversation I could then use it in other contexts, maybe in a birthday party, or when we go out for a picnic, or we go to somebody's house. So I knew how to break that conversation into pieces so that I can get more from my child. And this took us many, many years of learning. So speech therapy is just beyond flashcards or picture reading or a game. It's a whole lifestyle that has to be changed. So please talk to your speech therapist, because the child, remember that a 2-year-old or a 3-year-old, when you're doing therapy, speech therapy with that child, the child anyway has limited language and naturally limited understanding. So whatever the person is going to teach, they're not going to take it as seriously. But if a parent is present, the parent can understand that and then reinforce, prepare, and then come back the next time and do it. And the same techniques will help you achieve much more than just by sending your child into that room. And also for the child to just think about a 2 or a 3-year-old child going, the moment you say we are going for therapy, so it's for the child, it's again, they don't understand, and then they go there and they are kind of pushed or made to learn something that they don't understand or may not want to understand. But with the parent around, it becomes much easier when they see the mother is also interested. Now, this language learned by the mother can be also then taught to the family members or friends, and then everybody speaks the same way. And this way, the conversations will be similar and the child will pick up much more. Please make sure next time that you are with your therapist. It's really, really important. I know it's a little extra work, but trust me, in the long run, this will be of much use to you. So please be in your therapist's room. Also, you can also, once you speak with the therapist, you can also explain what's happening at home. So they can help you to understand how you can converse at home for a certain situation. I hope that makes sense. And I hope that you will be in your therapist room with your child for speech therapy.